At this time, we direct your attention to the home plate area as former head baseball coach Fred Fluke is leading his 1968 William Jewell baseball team onto the field. They are wearing authentic replica jerseys like the ones they wore when they won the NAIA National Baseball Championship. Today we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of winning the first national championship in William Jewell College history. In 1968, the NAIA restricted the roster of national tournament teams to 17 players. At this time, we would like to introduce players who are members of the 1968 team, but not listed on the national tournament roster. Team manager Charlie Coomer. Charlie was instrumental in keeping all equipment organized. He was in uniform for the national tournament and was always eager to help in any way he could. Charlie was the Cardinals' #1 booster. Team manager Charlie Coomer. Infielder John Duffman. John came to Jewell from Webster Grove High School in St. Louis. He played baseball for Coach Fluke his freshman year and received a varsity letter in 1968, his junior year. Ladies and gentlemen, John Duffman. Pitcher Ken Calder. Ken attended Washington High School in Kansas City, Kansas. Ken appeared in 7 games during the 1968 regular season, throwing 34 innings and striking out 30. He received a varsity letter in 1968. Ladies and gentlemen, Ken Clowder. Outfielder Mickey Kerr. Mickey attended North Kansas City High School and followed his brother Gary to Jewell. As a junior, Mickey was hitting .280 and was one of the starting outfielders before being hit in the hand by a pitch. Because of the broken bone in his hand, he was not able to be on the national tournament roster. He received 4 varsity letters in baseball at Jewell. Ladies and gentlemen, Mickey Kerr. Now introducing the 17 players on the national tournament roster. The roster included 7 pitchers, 5 infielders, 4 outfielders, and 1 catcher. Pitcher, sophomore Mark Wymore. Mark is a graduate of Liberty High School and has been a lifelong Liberty resident. He was a left-handed starting pitcher during the regular season, appearing in 10 games. After his pitching in the area tournament, helped the Cardinals win 3 games in 1 day and advanced to the national. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Wymore. Pitcher, sophomore Dave Gershon. Dave came to Jewell from Southeast High School in Kansas City, Missouri. He played at the University of Missouri his freshman year before transferring to Jewell. Dave was a spot starter and relief pitcher. He had a 1-2 record for the 1968 season, pitching in 11 games with a 1.35 ERA. He started 1 game in the national tournament and pitched in relief in the area tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Gershon. Pitcher, senior Dave Michael. A lefty from Gilman City, Missouri, Dave originally attended the University of Missouri, but after a year in Columbia, he transferred to Jewell. He had 2 wins and 2 losses in the 1968 season and a 2.12 ERA. Dave started 1 game in the tournament and allowed only 2 runs in Jewell's 4-3 victory over Eastern Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Michael. Pitcher Cam Jury, the only freshman on the team. Cam graduated from Oak Park High School in North Kansas City. Cam recorded the victory in the national tournament as Eastern Michigan, throwing 4.3 innings, allowing only 1 hit and no runs. He posted 8 victories during the regular season. Following graduation from Jewell, he later became the head coach at Oak Park, where he led the Northmen to 3 Missouri State baseball championships. Ladies and gentlemen, Cam Jury. Pitcher Bill Meyerhopper. Myron was a senior in 1968 and a graduate of Riverview Gardens High School in St. Louis. Myron was a starting pitcher and had a 4-0 record in 9 starts, posting a 2.72 ERA during the regular season. He had starts in both the area and national tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Meyerhopper. Infielder, sophomore, Rick Hancock. Rick is a graduate of William Crispin High School in Independence, Missouri. He was the backup infielder during the tournament. Rick lettered all 4 years, and his junior and senior years, he was in all-conference and all-district selection. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Hancock. Outfielder, sophomore, Bob Jones. Bob attended Southwest High School in Kansas City, Missouri. He was a defensive replacement in right field and appeared in all 5 national tournament games. After graduation from Jewell, Bob went on to umpire at the NCAA College World Series in Omaha 3 times. He was also the supervisor of umpires in the Big 8 and Big 12 conferences. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Jones. Now introducing the starting lineup for the 1968 National Baseball Championship. Leading off and playing second base from Gilman City, Missouri, junior Dick Michael. Dick is accompanied today by his grandson Carson, who is wearing his original uniform from the 1968 championship. Dick reached base and scored in the first inning in every game Jewell won. Dick led the team with 7 runs scored in the 1968 tournament. He had 6 hits and 17 at-bats for a .353 average. He also led the team with 5 walks and 3 stolen bases and was named to the All-Tournament team and the All-American Honorable Mention. Dick was inducted into the Jewell Hall of Fame in 2008. Ladies and gentlemen, Dick Michael. Batting second, sophomore catcher Terry Doolittle from Bishop Ward High School in Kansas City, Kansas. Terry called every pitch and caught all 49 innings during the 1968 tournament. He scored 4 times and had 4 sacrifices from the number 2 spot, putting Dick Michael in scoring position. Terry's batting average for the season was 301 with 3 home runs. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry Doolittle. Batting third is junior right fielder Steve Gerke from suburban St. Louis and one of Rittner High School graduates on the Jewell team. Steve had 6 hits, 2 RBIs, and 3 walks in the tournament and posted a .429 batting average in the 5 games. Steve drove in Dick Michael for Jewell's first run in the championship game. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Gerke. Batting cleanup, first baseman John Lampton, a graduate of Northeast High School in Kansas City, Missouri. John was a senior in 1968. He led the Cardinals with 6 hits and 5 RBIs during the national tournament while boasting a 100% fielding percentage. He was named to the All-Tournament team and All-America Honorable Mention. John was in the U.S. Air Force for 23 years and attained the rank of Lieutenant Colonel. Ladies and gentlemen, John Lampton. Batting fifth is senior left fielder Bob Bushman, another Rittner graduate. Bob collected 6 hits, 2 doubles, and 3 RBIs in the tournament and was named to the All-Tournament team and All-America Honorable Mention. During the regular season, he led the team with 22 RBIs. Bob earned 8 varsity letters at William Jewell, having also played football. He was inducted into the Athletic Hall of Fame in 2014. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Bushman. Batting sixth, junior shortstop, Larry LeBeer. A graduate of Argentine High School in Kansas City, Kansas, Larry was Jewell's first hitter in the bottom of the 13th inning in the championship game against Georgia Southern, taking the first pitch over the left field, center field wall to give the Cardinals a 4-3 victory in the NAIA National Baseball Championship. His walk-off home run is still the only one in the 62 championship games in NAIA history. He also received All-America Second Team honors in 1969 and was inducted into the William Jewell Athletic Hall of Fame in 2006. Ladies and gentlemen, Larry LeBeer. Batting seventh, sophomore center fielder Pat Mann. Completing the Rittner outfield, there were 5 players from Rittner High School. Pat was on Rittner State Championship baseball team his senior year. He hit over 300 in all 4 of his years on the Jewell baseball team. In the 1968 national tournament, he had 4 hits, 3 walks, and a stolen base, and scored a run in the championship game.